Yes, I think I'm going out of my head. Think I'm going out of my head. Out of my head. Think I'm going out of my head. Out of my head. Think I'm going
Because there's nowhere in St. Louis that get better internet than me right now.
Right, he had a straight face. He was like, good job, brother. Amazing song you just played. Puts on roll out.
Puts on roll out.
Puts on roll out. He's like, yeah.
I got my twin Glock.
Like every time like Nelly would play something, he would be like, yeah, man, like I'm gonna do something to you worldwide. What are you doing? Like what's going on? He played that song that was all a dream. And I was like, Nelly, we didn't come here for this.
I didn't think he was gonna play one of them. He played
Came
one
here
of
for
them country
bops,
songs.
man.
He played one of his country songs too. I didn't think he would.
All in my head.
Oh yeah, all in my head. And I'm like,
How dare he, bro? I'm mad as hell.
that's like using the throwaway in a battle against like Lux or something.
All a dream. That's what
Yeah, he was just there to have fun. He didn't come to me.
Alright, so we got the Ubisoft event, the Xbox event that we gotta talk about later, right? No. Girl, I got this. Man, can I get this? You don't get no ball. You acting up. You almost hit Amy. Acting up. I'm sorry, Dre. You have to see it. You lucky I ain't got enough room.
Exactly, that's why I did it.
If I did it, it'd hit you in the end. I ain't getting that. That's my new word for you. 3 pieces. No. It's more so about you than it is about it. I dead ass here.
Like, I'm still upset that you called me Popeyes for like 3 months. Because I handed out a spicy 3-piece. That's not, no.
It's so good, ain't it? Wasn't that so funny? Hey, like, we don't encourage violence in this house, bro.
I was like, watch. That was the kind of nickname you called her that just so she asked, what did that mean? It was like, you know.
It was so quick, though. I came up with it so quick, though. That's back when I was a young
It's like,
whippersnapper.
you know why?
It take me longer to come up with that shit nowadays.
You know why you pop up?
No, he didn't
Plain
do that.
there.
We were just out here like, hey, that's my homie Popeyes. I was like, bitch. And he was like, she be handing out them 3 pieces spicy.
Folks didn't know what to say. She kind of was flattered, but still upset. She was like, I did do that. I do be handing out spicy. All right,
Good morning. What time is it?
all right. Welcome to Joints in Rotation, a.k.a. Joints in Row, a.k.a. JIR, and I'm with the squad, man. I'm Speedy Calhoun.
I'm Charles.
I'm Kaira.
And I'm Ant.
All right, I was going to introduce them. I thought you was going to say I'm Ant right after, like normal, even though you over there. We doing some new shit this week. As you can see, we took a week off, and now we coming back with some brand new shit. Ant sitting in a remote location, 6 feet away, which is what we should have did when he got back from Arizona.
That's pretty
But
cool.
we doing it now that he's out of quarantine for whatever the fuck
Low-key.
reason. But, so, man, hey, man, what we all learned this week, man?
Man.
Before I really introduce y'all for real as the people I know y'all as, because y'all don't know these some people that these some important people to the JR name and brand.
Real shit.
What I learned this week. Oh,
Yeah, what you learned? Tell me what you learned this week, yeah, man.
Yeah, this week I learned Lupe Fiasco dropped a mixtape with producer Kaylin Ellis this week. It's called House, EP.
You learned that this week or today?
I learned it this week.
Okay, I was like, I didn't know it.
It counts, right? Today is
I ain't
this
just
No,
learned
today
it.
is this week. No, I'm
learned
not
it today,
judging him.
Speedy. I learned it yesterday.
Okay. I just found out an hour ago, not even, like 32 minutes ago, I found out Lupe had a tape out.
I thought we was gonna wait some years until he dropped another project.
Alright, I learned you niggas ain't shit for making jokes about Meg Thee Stallion.
Facts.
Y'all niggas is trash.
Thanks.
All you niggas, that's what I learned. Y'all some trash ass
He the only
niggas.
nigga hard the mic too. He, you know, he ever said, he said, "Look, man, give me this." He the one to walk up to the newswoman like, "What did you think about it?" I think that nigga's a fraud.
What's happening
That shit
is like them like bitter like in the house. They're like they see like a woman succeeding. They're
Right,
like,
hey, we gotta get there. We gotta get
Right,
there.
right.
Remind you that is on the cards. We're gonna get there. But that's what you learned this week. That's what you want to use that on. You angry? You angry
I'm
for
a
this
little
topic?
angry.
We're
I'm
gonna
a
do that
little
first.
angry.
Kyra, what you learned this week?
I learned that my bestie of 15 years is a brand new bitch. Like, I have learned so much about Justin in the last day that I have not known in the last 15 years.
Huh.
This is news to me, ladies and gentlemen. The man you know is not the man that
First of all-
I've been best friends with for
First
15
of
years.
all, it's actually you've been best friends with Justin. Speedy is totally a different nigga right now.
Different beast.
Justin's
Speedy
still
con
depressed
queso.
and in his room, but Speedy, when he step out now, he might have some J's on or something. I don't know.
Speedy con queso.
Speedy got the sauce. It might be cheese
Speedy con
sauce. It
queso.
might be cheese sauce, but Speedy got the sauce. I know that. Anyway, no. What I learned this week, man, I've been thinking a lot about I've been thinking a lot about the idea of being a celebrity. Not because I'm one, but like it's Amy. This week was Amy week, as you could tell.
It was
Around
her
this.
birthday?
It was Amy's
the
death
ninth.
day was the 23rd.
Feels like my birthday.
Yeah, it was
23rd.
the 9th anniversary.
Yeah, 9th anniversary. And her birthday is in September, so normally around this time, and I was wondering why I was playing Amy, like the day before I was playing Amy like all day and didn't know why until the next day, and I'm like, everybody's like people sending me pictures of their candles lit next to her records. I'm like, what the fuck, y'all? Oh, shit. Because I blacked that shit out, like, dead ass, because that was, like, I be telling people, I woke up to 50-something text messages. I've never had more text messages than the day Amy Winehouse died.
I still
That's
in my
remember
phone.
that day. Like, I got on Twitter and like the first tweet I saw from Justin was not Amy, and I was like, it's gonna be a day.
It's gonna be a long ass day. Me and her, like, over Lupe and Amy, like that was what attached us for like a lot of our friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because we was like, that's who we listened to. So anytime a tape dropped, I remember we was in college together, and she ran up to me with the last Amy album.
Yeah, that was
like,
the last physical CD I bought was Lioness.
Yeah.
Like, we were on the quad, and I had just came from Target, and I was like, I got it, G. Like, we gotta listen to it. We gotta stop whatever you're doing. We gotta listen.
I was
to
literally
it.
getting high on the quad, like, oh, let's go right now. But no, I've been thinking about a lot about the idea of celebrity and thinking about, you know, even the Meg shit, the Amy shit, all this shit, like what, like the Will Jada shit, all this shit connects back to like when are we crossing the line as a consumer of like their shit, and when
You know,
like you
That,
know,
I'm glad you said that shit. I was thinking earlier this month when everything about Will and Jada and August Alsina came out. I was thinking, damn, I feel like none of this shit. Like they said they were gonna do a red table talk and everything, and I saw the red table talk and it was painful. And like before, when they first announced it, I thought, damn, none
Why
of
they
this
gotta do
shit.
that?
I don't feel like
That's
this
none
shit.
of our business.
Right, I don't
Why
feel
they
like
gotta
this
do
is
that?
for me. Like I don't want to see
Why do I
Will
have to
Smith
know?
like suffering because his marriage is bad. Like that's some shit we
He
seen
looked
with like
adorable,
real
man.
people in
he
our
looked. I don't
lives.
think he was suffering.
Right, that
I don't
shit
think he
we
was
see-
suffering. I like, but
That
not
shit
even
we
so, they
seen-
don't.
That shit we seen with real people in our lives. I don't want to
Exactly.
see people that we like. And like, it's a problem that we glorify them the way that we did, and it makes it so much harder seeing like human situations like this, like them needing to be reprimanded for doing something fucked up, or like having a marital fallout or something.
The last
like, that shit is usually like handled in house, but like now it's everybody's business.
I think the last JR we had, my biggest thing before Daryl dropped the infamous line, and at the end of the day, this nigga a snitch. Like, but before that, like I was just like, gee, I was on the mindset that the Smiths have opened up our home more than enough, opened up their home more than enough to us. Like we've watched their whole family grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? There is, you know what I'm saying,
no
like
privacy.
we have footage of, you know what I'm saying, Jada in her teens, Will in his 20s, and their kids since they were kids. Like, and like Trey's on the Just the Two of Us video, baby is here. Like nigga, like we grew up with these motherfuckers, they royalty. And it's like, and like no matter how you feel about them or they practices or whatever the fuck they doing, that's private and they business. them motherfuckers gave us more than enough. So even for them to do the Red Table Talk before we saw what the Red Table Talk was, and mind you, we did not predict that on the show. We did not predict that.
To me, I saw it coming. It was gonna be just like that. I thought, why would they do that shit? That's not for us. And I saw it, and just like I thought, it was some shit that wasn't for us that I didn't need to see. I'm like, well, this wasn't funny. Everybody laughing on to this just made me sad. There was like just like both sad. It was like, oh, well, I guess I gotta get even, huh? Like, oh, trust me, you're very even. He's like, oh, you're right, ha. And then there was like, here's the bad marriage, and I'm like, but the Fresh Prince.
It just showed me that beautiful people are corny too. So like, I was just like, this wasn't for me. Like, why did I have to see this? Like, this whole bad marriage, but like, and it was just like at the same time, and I was just like.
Yeah, that was an
I
awkward
didn't
moment.
need this.
That was sad to see.
I didn't need this.
Yeah.
I didn't like. Here's the thing. I don't know what
But it's real
universe.
shit,
I don't know when the universe was like, damn, people on Earth don't say entanglement enough. Here you go. But I didn't need that personally.
No, everybody needed entanglement. Okay.
No.
I think
You know what it was?
No.
She was scared to say relationship. If it was Will, she would have been like, why don't you
no.
tell us about your relationship with the girl? But it was
But
her.
he did. He
She
coerced
was
her to
like,
say
yeah,
it was a relationship. He
He was
coerced her
like
to say relationship.
entanglement, huh?
Yeah, he was like
He was
entanglement.
like, say what it don't lie to these people, Jada. Jada. You're not gonna sit here and lie to these people that watch Red Table Talk, Jada.
So I just feel like
when we first met Og. Folks, when that nigga said Og, I lost my shit.
like he knew that nigga he was safe. So I'm like,
Bro, when he said Og, I was like, they had a couple's reference nickname for this nigga. I'm going out with Og, all right, tell him I said what up.
so embarrassing.
Woo! Big Will. Send her my wife. For what?
I know he was sitting there, even if he didn't care about that, I know he felt some type of way. Ooh,
Not the
Dre,
Dre.
Blasphemy.
the Chronic.
Y'all niggas forgot about
Let me
They
ride.
said his next shit would never drop. But,
They say his next project would never drop, but the old one did.
What was he talking about? Goddamn.
Wasn't we just listening to the Chronic the other day too?
Yes, nigga, when I bought this fucking vinyl, we listen to all these vinyls get played outside of, I don't know if y'all can see it. Is it a wide shot?
Yeah.
That Frank. I paid a pretty penny for that bitch because you can't find it nowhere. That shit was $33.
Yeah, he
2
just
months
played off
before I
his
could
phone,
afford it.
'cause, like that's expensive. That's staying the bond. Was staying.
But Dre, we were running. It was 30. But
Yeah, Will Smith, he like the thing is, even if they both have like seen other people and have had entanglements with other people,
never knew
he ain't
about
deserve he ain't deserve that shit. Now it's everybody's business.
August
And like
was
Joe
bored
Schmo, who ain't
and
never did
wanted-
shit with his life.
No, I was gonna say August just needed to plug his new project and knew that he was irrelevant.
That's how I feel.
And like that's why he dropped it.
'Cause
And
what-
then,
that's reason.
The
then
timing
this
don't-
entanglement song. Who asked for this? I know I didn't ask.
That's
for it.
Hey,
embarrassing.
everybody mad at Rick
understand.
Ross right now.
understand.
Trust me, I understand. That shit funny.
Rick Ross, I'm not even.
Why
mad
did you
at him,
even have
'cause that
to do
nigga,
it?
like
He a
people
police
bored in
officer.
quarantine. People bored in quarantine.
Real shit, niggas looking for work. Like,
Yeah, like Rick Ross bored in quarantine too. And like August Alsina was like, I got this.
He's on
entanglement
Alfredo.
shit.
He's doing all right.
August
Motherfuckers
Alfredo.
is bored. Like, come on now. Fuck it.
Niggas is bored, very bored.
Man, whatever, man. I just feel like the last verse I heard Rick Ross do was on Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo, and the first line he says, "You need a dictionary when you write your raps." And then he got on a song called Entanglement, where everybody is now using it like they just read a dictionary. I don't like none of this, bro. And it's not a good song to me. And I liked August Alsina.
I hate it.
That's
Like,
as embarrassing.
I heard that clip.
That's as
No, I
embarrassing
heard
as
clip,
when
and
Ray
I was
J.
like, nope, I'm over it.
It wasn't good.
That's as
It wasn't
secondhand
good.
embarrassing as when Ray J made I Hit It First. I don't think he
First of
was
all, no.
embarrassed
I Hit It
because
First
he
is a
was
bop, though. Let's talk about it. We can go. Hey, we can go into
Bro,
whole.
look,
the
bro.
thing is,
I
it
don't
could be an amazing song.
Really?
Bro, it could be
It's
an
a bad
amazing
look.
song.
It's a bad look.
But that
I
shit
agree.
lame as hell.
It's
That
lame.
shit really sad.
Hey, I'm not denying
Like
nothing
you
y'all.
a millionaire.
Hold
All right,
on.
somebody, if you a
Hold on.
handsome man with no money, you could brag and say
Yeah,
that you could have
yeah.
sex with women. If you a millionaire, then duh. If you make a song about that, then that shit looks real shit.
I did not deny anything y'all said. All I said was it's a bop. That as soon as you said it, the hook popped in my head, and it has not left since. That's all I'm saying. Entanglements, I can't hear that shit at all no more. Like, cause I listened to that one time. I listened to it one time. You know I hit it first. You know, hey, here's the thing. And you know, I love that man and I love his wife, but I hit it
love
first.
her,
It's about.
You mean Kanye and Kim?
You thought about
I
Ray
can
J and
take-
Princess? Hey,
Yeah.
I love that man and I love his wife too. That nigga, hey, Ray
J is one of
J.
my favorite memes.
Ray
Bro,
J-
first of all, that glasses shit will never leave me.
Outside of I Hit It First.
First of all, this shit's fly.
Outside of I Hit It First.
Hold on.
Put this shit down, bro. I
That
was
was
like, oh, that's
right,
it. That's
right,
it, bro.
right.
That's it.
I do,
That's
and ass one sitting on the couch like,
Bro, because,
Nigga.
bro, you know
That
how
shit
often
is
I do
good.
this? Or like, bro, just over with.
That shit was so funny.
And-
Like,
and the
when he went
Raycon-
to that other show and was like, they're unbreakable. He was like, so I can break them right now.
That
He
was
was
it?
like, they
That
were
was the same
breaking.
show.
I didn't see that shit.
no,
Oh,
you
there's a whole
didn't
other
see when he was
one.
on Complex with Speedy? Speedy
No,
from
about
Complex?
no,
It's
with
a
the,
And he was like,
whole
Ray
other
J, they're
one.
not
Like,
unbreakable.
They're
They-
unbreakable.
You ever seen this?
They're unbreakable. And then like the guy
That
like
sound
snapped them in
hilarious.
half and Ray
Bro,
J asked
when
like,
Kyra
I don't
leave and
care.
we do the break, that's the first thing we're gonna
Yeah,
talk about
don't
when we
watch
get
that
back.
shit,
You're gonna watch that shit, bro. I dead ass.
And he dead ass was just like, I
And
don't
Speedy
care.
snapped. It was
And
it was literally a
it was like-
7-second exchange. He was like, "They're unbreakable." He was like, "These don't feel
Like,
unbreakable." He was like,
dead
"They're
ass-
unbreakable."
Like, the glasses
He was like,
broke this easy. Like the glass, like dead ass, the glasses broke this easy, and Ray J was like, I don't care.
They don't feel unbreakable.
It was like 30 seconds, bro. Like the whole part. Like
I've
the
never
interview,
seen that.
The interview was like
It was
like
Now,
so
mind you,
15
outside of
minutes.
I Hit It First, Ray J a real nigga to me. I never heard about that. That sound
Favorite
hilarious.
meme.
Well, yeah, because you know, outside of that, he walked up to that nigga Fab and I socked him in the face.
You remember? Hey, you remember? He said, "Oh, come on, nigga."
He said, "It's money
nigga."
team
I
out here,
was
nigga.
just like, he
It's
needs
6,
this.
5, 7 Maybachs
I'm
outside." I was like, "Why you
I
go
fuck with
6,
Ray
5,
J.
7
But I
Maybachs?"
fuck with Ray J because he a hustler. That's why I fuck
Oh,
with Ray J. That nigga
relentlessly.
sell some
Relentlessly.
shit, boy.
You can
That
tell
nigga is not good in
he'll write a
relationships
song-
or
fuck
beef.
with
He'll write a
He's-
song
but
that's
like-
gonna make him bread.
But
Like then just
But
like
Like I hit it first, which
So,
is
like-
exactly.
it's
That's a real easy
quick.
song to write.
But I wouldn't make it sound like that because it's
It's
like,
a bad
Also,
look.
bad look,
back
bro.
on the internet, like how he was that time with that hat, and he just wasn't blinking.
Yeah,
he
with
got
the
with
hat,
the
bro.
mask.
Like-
He did like they had
Bro.
him with the mask off. Then the mask was like up here,
Yeah,
mask
it kept-
was here,
it
and like he just was unfazed. Ray J
Unfazed.
is my favorite meme.
yes, bro. Like,
Hey, G, all right. So Ray J is a legend. I say like Vince Staples said, Ray J has done more for the culture than most of you niggas. Okay, Ray J. He's like Ray J is an icon. He's
I
a
gotta
gangster.
find that tweet right now.
But
and
yeah,
retweet
yeah,
it.
look,
It's
yeah,
real.
that
It's
Vince
real.
Staples shit. Cause Ray J is so, and them Raycons is going crazy right now. Them earbuds, I see them all up and down my Instagram all fucking day.
what?
The motherfuckers testing them out and
I
shit.
literally just heard like a podcast ad for them shit.
Exactly. Man, that's what I'm saying. He doing a lot of podcasts. And speaking of which, we like to take a moment at JR to promote. I'm playing. We did not get no Raycon. Ant looked up worried, like, please don't say that shit. We gotta cut it. Raycon gonna sue us. No, they gonna send us something because Ray J is a hustler. If we promoted it right now, he would just send us a gratuitous like 5-pack. Like it's for y'all there, and I gave you some for your
We
mama.
gonna see.
Exactly.
Talk that shit now.
But all right, so let's talk about this tragedy, and I'm just gonna assume all of us have seen this movie. If not,
What?
have we all seen Fatal Affair?
I fell asleep on it. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't seen Fatal?
I didn't.
Never
watch it.
mind, bro. It's something we gotta
20
watch.
minutes in,
bro.
I fell asleep. 20 minutes in.
Why you talking in the mic like a correspondent, bro? You know
said-
that
Because
bitch
I
can
like
be-
it, bro. I
You
feel
put
like
it
a
underneath your
correspondent,
foot.
bro.
He is a
I feel like a
correspondent.
correspondent. Look,
You
reporting
got a
live from the
remote
corner of the room.
location.
Look at that.
No, hey, that
ahead,
nigga, and we could just say you outside, and since the skull behind you, people will believe it. Like,
exactly.
I'm on a remote location outside, and Rona is out here. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Rona extra.
All right,
Extra
then
Rona.
fuck that. Let's get back to let's talk about something none of us want to talk about, or do we want to go do a fantastical thing that we all can talk about?
Fantastical.
Okay, fantastical. Me and Ant was in a entertaining idea the other day. What were we watch? I think we were watching some like YouTube video. They were comparing like horror movie villains, and I've been thinking about this a lot. Cause we don't do enough like hypothetical. Let's just shoot the shit on this show. We always talk about what's happening or what's about to happen.
Facts.
The facts, but let's talk about. Well, we still talk about the facts because let's talk about the fiction. But it's some facts in this fiction. I ain't gonna lie, because we've been talking about Pennywise versus Freddy, right? Now let me set this picture for you, right? One, like both of these motherfuckers.
What?
But you know, you're aware of their powers, correct? Like what?
I thought that was like hand in hand with
Perfect. Okay.
Matter of fact,
That's how I got it.
no, you're perfect. You're perfect.
You're an
perfect.
objective
You're perfect.
third party.
So peep this, right?
Yeah, you can.
So
yeah.
Freddy Krueger versus Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
Pennywise.
Both of them operate off
Imagination.
of both of them operate.
Young
Both
people's
of them have this caveat that makes them rendered useless. Freddy can only attack you in your sleep. Pennywise can only attack you if you fear him. So if you saw a clown that was like, "What the fuck? Like, get this shit out of here," and literally he wasn't bothering you,
So
like he
basically,
didn't.
off of Molly, you don't gotta be scared of neither one of them.
Cause you're not sleeping, or you
ain't scared of shit. But all right, so like sitting there looking at okay, and here's the thing:
Like, what
when
the fuck
both
is
of
this,
them
bro?
have that power, that when both of them have this condition met, like let's say Freddy catch you while you sleeping, or Pennywise catch you while you scared shitless, their powers are damn near infinite. They could do whatever.
They
They
catch
move
you
like gods
The
in
night
that
before an
era.
exam.
So exactly.
need a lot
So
of sleep.
what would you be more fearful of, or what would like what would you say is the person that is more of a threat for you? Well, you got to get your sleep. You need your sleep.
Yeah, I guess like
So
like
Freddie,
I
right? So
religiously
Freddie, right?
get my 8 hours of sleep. So Freddie.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like, no matter
Yeah.
what, bro, Freddie, you gotta sleep. Even after that
You got
Molly,
to.
bro.
You
gotta
got to
sleep,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, after
Fear is something that everybody has felt, maybe not on the same level though.
But like I
And-
feel like from what you've explained, not everyone experiences fear the same way. So like
Facts.
not everyone like I feel like he can't take a form of some people's fears.
Well, here's the thing though. I think that he can literally
Cause like
he can operate
That'd be
in
interesting.
doubt. If you don't if you have to literally know that this is ridiculous in order to render him powerless.
Right.
Some of them kids was like, okay, he real, but fuck him. That clown ain't bothering me, and he still got fucked over. But it was when they was like. They started throwing rocks at him, calling him stupid, like, you dumb, this shit ain't scary. And then he was like, oh my God. Like, he started dying. Like,
Hey, that's
oh.
hilarious. I
Like,
didn't
if you
even see
think,
that
like,
shit.
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
like,
that's how
that's how,
end it, bro.
that's how the first
Yeah,
movie
it's
ended.
like,
the
this is
first
dumb.
part, and even in the, and that's how kind of how they did it in the TV series.
You know
Because remember,
what?
it's a
I'll
book, a
start the
TV series,
book.
then the movies.
I started the book when I was young, and it was a big book, and it was scary to me, and so I stopped.
Stephen
reading.
King be writing his ass the fuck
Yeah, he
off,
be
bro.
getting
I don't-
bored. He be getting really bored with the details.
I've never seen a nigga work like that.
He got some new shit coming out. I remember
I
in
bet
like,
he does.
yeah, I remember it was
He's never not had
in like
this
2000. I think it was like 2009. I was in my dad's car, and he would always still buy the Stephen King books, even after the classic movies. I seen a new Stephen King book. I'm like, oh, what's he writing about now? It's cell phones. It's a whole bunch of cell phones on the cover, and people are getting a virus through their cell phones. I'm like, this nigga's bored. Like, he ain't got shit else to do but
Wasn't
write
that the
stories.
spoof in the Forgetting Sarah Marshall movie? Like Sarah Marshall was on that movie. Like that was like you basically get a phone call and you die. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like The Ring.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and like that was a joke in that movie. And when Stephen King was like, I can make this work.
He said, you know what?
Y'all niggas think this is a game.
I'm gonna show you where you fucked up real quick.
Hey, Stephen,
I said, they shouldn't even have let me see
and the
that
funny
shit.
thing is that like it's like Stephen King is like he's a legend in his own. You know, he's a legend and all that shit. But people be forgetting Stephen King got a lot more misses than we give him credit for. Because so much
He
Stephen
like
King
Spike Lee.
shit comes out. He's like Spike Lee. We always talk about
Yeah,
the
we
great
give him
shit.
credit for the like
But-
amazing shit he did, and then there's Shirek, where he got
You feel
what's his Jennifer Hudson crying on the ground, like cartoonishly scrubbing a blood puddle out of the middle of the street.
Made that girl
I'm
go
like,
through
bro,
that in her
you
own
from
city.
New York. New York was the murder capital for most of the time. Most of the time,
It
motherfuckers
still
was
is.
keeping count.
To be
exactly.
honest,
next to St.
numbers-
Louis.
Numbers wise, Chicago was never the murder
It
capital.
was never the
No,
No,
worst.
no. It was a per capita thing, or it was a what's the name
No,
thing.
it was, they put an eye on us because the president had came from Chicago, and they were like, Chicago got a lot of murders and a lot of black people. We are not talking about that enough. Like, no, that's
Exactly.
all that
And
was.
it'll be-
We like at highest, we're maybe number 10. But we've never passed that.
There'll be a senator in New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, where like motherfuckers walking around with
No
like
one actually
eight,
looks at the numbers.
with
They
AKs
just
and
be like,
bayonets
"Shine
on their
back."
guns and shit. And they'll be like, yeah, we need to do something about Chicago. It's like, boy, you need to do something about what's going on in your city, bro. Like,
And it's like, let's talk about why that white senator keeps having random dead black boys at his house.
that's a good question. but maybe they're
Let's talk
consuming
about
Chicago. What's going on in the windy
But
city?
yeah, in the Midwest though.
Trump's obsessed.
Trump's
I think
obsessed.
he's mildly attracted to Barack Obama. I feel like he wants to prove a point.
No, he's just jealous that like Bush has become everyone's favorite war criminal, and he's jealous. Like he's like, wait, hold on, this guy did so much worse than me, and you all love him. What's going on? Michelle Obama's giving him candy at a funeral. What's happening? Why don't you all love me? He did worse stuff.
Yeah, Bush
What's happening?
is sick. Bush.
Hey, no,
I remember when I was a
funny-
kid.
you remember, like the thing about Bush, though, like as much as Bush did, like that shit didn't. It didn't affect me at the time it was happening.
Because we were like younger.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like for me to like a lot of like people were confused when you saw George Bush popping up on Black Twitter. Like, look at how he look at Michelle Obama. We had a ball with it, but at the same time, like. He was a villain. Like he's a villain. We heard about him most. We saw that election. We saw him win them elections and shit. But at the same time, did we really understand? Did we really feel this shit? You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean it just depends on like what like your parents explained to you at that time.
Exactly. Mother said he cheated.
Yeah, 'cause,
everybody told me he cheated.
Yeah, like
My stepmom voted for Bush. My stepmom voted for Bush, and my dad didn't. And when I found that shit, I was like, "How could you?" And she was like, "Well, he actually, I think he did a lot for our family." And because hey, that's like them niggas that's like Donald Trump. I got more money under Donald Trump than I did any time else.
When I was a kid, Bush sent my mom overseas, and it was fuck him ever since. And the thing was, when I was a kid, he was like the first Trump to me because I see some of the shit he said. I'd be like, wait, that was real stupid. He's supposed to be like the king of America. Like, what the fuck is going on?
He also like the thing is like a Twitter didn't exist like where you was just gonna keep repeating and like hearing the dumb things that he said. He never prepped for like conferences or his State of the Union. He would just be like with his dumb little face and then being like, it's all in control. It's under control. And like you knew his cabinet was just all looking at him like, don't say this, no, not that we're okay. He let them know about it. Okay. All right, we got to figure it out now.
Every time he just wouldn't know.
Hey, but here's the thing though. I like as far as the manual register, George Bush used to go up there and be like, we got to chase our case. But like he had that little smirk. He'll do that little smirk.
He never said nuclear.
It was like almost like a Bill. It was almost like a Bill Cosby smirk.
There were no signs of nuclear. No signs of nuclear weapons.
No signs of
Never said nuclear. Always nuclear. No signs of nuclear weapons.
George W. Bush. Anyway, but no. But you know what I saw the other day?
Three W's. W. Don't say we was too young because I definitely remember that. I don't care how.
Book. I remember it was a book of stupid quotes from George Bush.
Bro,
I was like,
he's
the president.
It was a calendar, all that shit. I had a calendar of that shit of George Bush quotes, and it was. I ain't gonna lie, I was just as entertained as I am now. Like
y'all remember when they threw that shoe at that nigga?
That was classic. They made a statue out of him. They made a statue out of him.
First of all, what you can say about my niggas, that nigga's agile. That nigga could be the White Panther at some point. He could have been the White Panther.
Dude was at the back of the room. If I threw my shoe, it would have smacked him dead in the mouth. He was all the way at the back.
That nigga was not at the back. He was. That was the back. The cameras was behind him. That wasn't the back. It was fair. It was enough for me to be impressed that a 70-something-year-old man smoked that shit. Bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't that close. If he was like this close, he throw a shoe, and George Bush is just like sitting there and dodging.
George Bush dodged that shit. He didn't. Hey, George Bush dodged that shit. He ain't fucking headbutt the podium when he tried to dodge. He did that shit clean.
The reason dude was so brave, I think like if it smacked George Bush in the head, it wouldn't have knocked him out. It wouldn't have killed him. It would have just been like
you would have had
to
eat the consequences.
Well,
the same way he had to eat that
exactly. And like, so it was always a thought that counts. It's like that nigga threw his shoe at George Bush.
Hey, real quick, before, like, all right. So thinking about this though, because we get lost to the sauce. That's that shit he talked about. Like, before you know it, Kaira gonna get up and leave. I'm like, I ain't getting no opinion. So real quick,
y'all got 6 minutes with me.
I know. That's what I saw the time. All right, but no. My Kaka has to get her 8 hours of sleep. She not scared of Freddy Krueger. She do what she do.
I gotta sleep. That's how I remain ageless.
So, I was watching this show on Quibi, right? Shout out to Hello America on Quibi, where it's these British people covering politics and news in America, and it's pretty fucking funny, as you can probably imagine. But the last episode they had was like called like All Hail the King or King Make Donald Trump King, and it was talking about how as far as like in Britain the royal family doesn't necessarily have this type of power to move politically. They're just more so for show and the representation of, you know what I'm saying, the country. In which, when this lady broke that shit down, I was like, damn, that's kind of where we at. And where we should be, because I would love it if this nigga was still doing stupid shit, but it didn't affect me.
You know why that made perfect sense to me, that they got it set up like that? I feel like a lot of structures that we got in society directly mirror a lot of what we see in the animal kingdom. And a lot of the ills of society that everybody scratches their heads about. Why is there so much blank, 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 and blank? And we see the exact same shit in the animal kingdom. I be thinking, we have done so much to make like the world comfortable for us, we forgot that humans are animals too.
I haven't forgotten. That's a fact.
Nah.
I remember every time I turn on the goddamn TV.
It affects. It's something I keep. It's a base level memory for me, because I have to remember. Like, my thing is, I marvel at the world. I was like, bro, we the smartest motherfucking animals on this goddamn planet, ain't we?
Yeah, it's
but
like
also that it makes us convoluted. It muddies it up so much where we do stupid things because we're thinking about too much.
Yeah, like we want to be ruled over, like we want somebody to rule at the head of our pack the same way like the animals have, like the same way lions have a pride. Like that monarchy is useless. Those kings and queens can't do anything. They don't have any political.
There's so many people that can't operate out here on their own.
Exactly.
There's so many people that can't, and there's so many people that literally would. Like, their purpose, if we all were on our own and it was everybody for themselves, there's a lot of people that way out here to fuck other people up.
Basically.
But I'm saying, if we were like that from the top, where everybody just kind of on their own, we don't know if we would ever got there. People would have fought over land and shit like that. That's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? The same way animals do. But I don't know.
I think the biggest difference between like us and them is, strangely enough, the biggest thing we have in common with them. Like when we like develop like language and like shared attention to like kill the bigger animals in us, like we basically just like hunt as, like we get as wild as them, like or wilder than them.
Yeah, it's just
and, like,
the
we're
jungle is
animals
different.
And eating animals.
No, but that's real. That's real. It's like we're animalistic, but it's just the plant. We're not in the jungle anymore. It's
exactly.
It's a meta. It went meta.
Right, like an animal, eat another animal would be comfortable. And like we're like wearing, and we'll like we'll wear animals like all over ourselves.
It's like being a spoiled dog.
No,
like
a lion.
I like this as a discussion, right? Because it's like we're very animalistic, but like we do a lot of shit. What exactly makes us civil? What makes us not animals?
Nothing.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. No,
language, technology,
like
infrastructure,
everything
things
socialized,
that
like,
you know.
Here's the thing. We built these systems for civility, but we don't act civil.
We don't act
We
civil.
try to socialize people.
Look at the most simple way to tell if someone can self-govern. Will you put the cart back in the parking lot?
That's real.
And if someone cannot do a simple fact of there's no rule saying
they
you
hire
have
somebody to do it. Right.
There's
They
no
hire
rule.
somebody to do it because nobody puts their
exactly.
carts
But
back.
like if someone does it, like they're like, this is just the collective system. I'm gonna make someone's life easier so that like they're like someone else can park in this parking spot or something else, because like I am a person that like cares about the human existence, like whether you're not thinking that directly, but like as you can see, every day people prove that they cannot self-govern because they'll just be like, I'm done with my cart, I gotta go home.
Facts. Like I'm
Leaving
done
in the
with it.
parking
And
spot so
once
nobody
I'm
can
done
park.
with it, it's of no use. It can float wherever.
So we
like
have a civilization. We just the members of this civilization aren't civil. They're animals.
Exactly.
But that's the
very
thing.
very few people of the civilization. A small
Yeah,
percentage.
it's different levels, but you're absolutely right. All right,
I feel
Kai,
like
give me hold on. What
Oh
you feel
yeah,
like what?
you gotta leave some.
But no, I'm gonna tell her. I want her to plug her. I want her to plug her website and all those things.
All right, so I'm a freelance copy editor. I do a little bit of writing, and you can find me at kairasykes.com, KAIRASYKES.com. I can also be found on
I keep a blue flag.
On Instagram at Kaira the Bookish. That's me.
And that's Kaira, everybody. It's time for a break. We'll be back soon, y'all. Why, thank you for that. That was the wildest podcast. Like, bro, I was trying to keep track of shit so I could make it. I know, but you the one that got to edit. That's why I didn't. I was like, I ain't cool with it. I gotta get you